Donald Trump is at it again. No, I don't mean compulsively lying, wrecking our democracy, or lining his family pockets. I mean being exposed and embarrassed for all the world to see with regards to Jeffrey Epstein. This time it's by his news nemesis, the Wall Street Journal, and I have the breakdown for you next in something I like to call
humiliation. Humiliation, the greatest humiliation our country has ever seen.
So how did the Wall Street Journal manage to get under his thin skin again and ruin his Wednesday? I'll share that in just a minute, but first, let's have a look at other breaking news that is conspiring to make Trump's hump day even more humiliating. Watch this moment from yesterday when he thought he had a drop the mic moment, and when no one clapped, he chided them into a very reluctant clap, making it even more awkward.
Thank you, Gene, very much. And thank him for recently banning men from competing in women's sports. That's a big deal. Thank you very much. It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that when everyone feels it. It's a 97. Don't worry about it, Gene. That's a 97-3. It's not 80-20. It's 97-3. But nobody wants to clap. It's crazy.
This next clip is an embarrassing trip down memory lane for Trump in a story told yesterday by Chuck Todd on the Bulwark podcast. It speaks to Trump's current flurry of tacky renovations to the White House and how that ties to a humiliating Obama dismissal of him and his event decorating ideas. Have a look, and then I'll share how Trump was blindsided today by the Wall Street Journal.
There's a great story, by the way, that David Axelrod told me, and I included in my Obama book. Trump called early on saying, I have some ideas of how to improve the state dinner.
We're seeing it all. We have,
exactly.
We have
100%
chairs. You know,
the irony is that Trump. This may have been the sole motivation of why he ran for president, was to eventually to do what he's doing to the White House. But he called the Obama White House early on. This was before he was doing birtherism. He wanted to be in the circle, and nobody ever called him back. And Axe admitted, he goes, I wonder to this day if we had called him back and humored him and essentially taken a meeting with him to get his ideas on state dinners, that if it creates an entirely different relationship with Trump, right? But you and I both know the last thing the Obama White House was going to do was placate a guy like Donald Trump, right? This is before, again, pre-birtherism. But
Come on, Axe.
Yeah,
One phone call.
I know.
No,
he goes, but little did they, obviously, little do you know.
And now for the final layer on the dog pile of Trump humiliation. I discovered this very revealing factoid in a Mediaite headline that read, Wall Street Journal's Body Trump Epstein exposé is record-smashing hit, despite lawsuit.
The Wall Street Journal's exclusive report about a lewd birthday letter allegedly sent from President Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein in 2003 may be the subject of a lawsuit, but it's already one of the paper's most read articles of all time. The July 17th piece, headlined, Jeffrey Epstein's Friends Sent Him Body Letters for a 50th Birthday Album. One was from Donald Trump, has racked up 4.4 million page views and 3.3 million unique readers, according to internal data seen by Breaker. It's now among the Wall Street Journal's best-performing pieces in its modern history. The story from reporters Khadija Safdar and Joe Palazzolo described a birthday letter allegedly penned by Trump for Epstein that included a hand-drawn outline of a naked woman and signed Donald with the name placed to resemble care. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret, the note concluded. Trump has called the letter fake and is now suing the Journal, parent company News Corp, owner Rupert Murdoch, and the reporters for defamation, seeking $10 billion. The backlash has complicated Trump's efforts to contain fallout from his Justice Department's memo that Epstein maintained no client list, a document that sparked revolt among MAGA diehards and drew fresh scrutiny from Congress. Sources say Trump personally phoned the Journal's editor-in-chief, Emma Tucker, in a bid to kill the piece. She didn't budge, and that, according to Breaker's Lachlan Cartwright, has won her a new fan base from some staff, who previously questioned her leadership.
This story is important because we're not talking about the left-leaning New York Times or the centrist USA Today. We are talking about the business-focused Wall Street Journal owned by conservative extremist Rupert Murdoch, and we can count Republicans as the core base of their readership. This record-breaking report on the popularity of the story is not just humiliating for Trump, it is a reckoning. Business leaders, influencers, and donors are deeply engaged in Trump's direct and damning ties to Epstein, and that's not just bad press. That's major damage in the very circles he counts on for money and power. This scenario is Donald Trump's worst nightmare, and his desperate $10 billion lawsuit looks more like an impulsive tantrum than a defense, and it will only fuel the continued interest in the guilt he's been unconsciously signaling and the cover-up that is happening in real time right before our very eyes. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts with a comment below, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.
I hate Occupy Democrats.